Hi, it's Will from the Yukon Gold podcast. Now, I've been doing this for a long time, but if you haven't, there's an easier way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's completely free, it's online and mobile, and there's creation tools that will allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Google, Stitcher, Amazon, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. Now, if that seems like a good idea to you, follow this link below and download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Welcome back to the Yukon Gold podcast with Will S. Yukon Gold is about creating a sustainable future for everyone on planet Earth. We help people to reach their full potential by delivering the gold standard in renewable energy. Follow, like, and subscribe on your favorite podcast platform, and check us out at www.yukongoldenergy.com. Today on the podcast, I would like to talk about something that I've been researching and thought would be of interest to our listeners and our audience. And that is the Kardashev Scale. Now, the Kardashev Scale is a method of measuring a civilization's level of technological advancement and is based on the amount of energy it is able to use. The measure was proposed by Soviet astronomer Nikolai Kardashev in 1964. It has three designated categories. There's a Type 1 civilization, also called a planetary civilization, and it can use and store all the energy available on its planet. A Type 2 civilization is also called a stellar civilization that can use and control energy at the scale of its planetary system. So that'd be harnessing the power of the sun. And a Type 3 civilization, also called a galactic civilization, can control energy at the scale of its entire host galaxy. There are two extended categories. A Type 4 civilization, also called the universal civilization, can control energy at the scale of its entire host universe. Type Omega, or Type 5 civilization, is also called a multi-universal civilization and can control energy at the scale of multiple universes and may be able to create universes. In 1964, Kardashev defined the three levels based on the order of magnitude of power available to each. A Type 1 level of civilization is close to the level presently attained on Earth, with an energy consumption of approximately 4 times 10 to the 19th power joules per second. So watts. Currently, the civilization of Type 1 is usually defined as one that can harness all the energy that falls on the planets from its parent star. For the Earth-Sun system, this value is close to 1.74 times 10 to the 7 watts. Type 2 is capable of harnessing the energy radiated by its own star. For example, the stage of successful construction of a Dyson sphere with energy consumption of approximately 4 times 10 to the 3 joules per second. And a Type 3 is in possession of energy at the scale of its own galaxy with a consumption of 4 times 10 to the 44th joules per second. This is access to the power comparable to the luminosity of the entire Milky Way galaxy. Kardashev believed that a Type 4 civilization was impossible, so he did not go past Type 3. However, there are new types that have been proposed. Where do humans currently stand on the Kardashev scale? From Spacetimes Inc., where do humans stand in the Kardashev scale? The universe is gigantic. It has been around for more than 13 billion years. The scientists believe alone in our galaxy, Milky Way, there are more than 40 billion Earth-like planets that are also in the Goldilocks zone with respect to their star, also known as a Class M planet for your Star Trek fans out there, Mishara class. So with that scale, it is hard to believe that there is no life beyond Earth. The first human life can be traced back to around 2.8 billion years ago. Since then, the humans are continually using resources in order to evolve. They have made civilizations and fought with other civilizations in order to expand their reach. As humans made civilizations here on Earth, it is fair to assume that there are extraterrestrial civilizations as well, considering the scale of the universe as discussed earlier. Now, you must be thinking, how can we classify these civilizations? They can primarily be classified on the basis of their energy consumption, or should I say, how much energy they're able to harness from the environment. From the year 1800 to 2015, the population of Earth has expanded 7 times. However, the energy consumption rose by 25 times, and this is an ongoing process. Now, based on this study by Nikolai Kardashev and the Kardashev Scale, like I said, we have the 4 types. Type 1 is the civilization that completely harnesses all the available energy on its host planet. Type 2 is the energy it uses of its star, which include using a Dyson sphere or swarm and its planetary system. A Type 3 harnesses all available energy of its galaxy, and a Type 4 uses the energy of multiple galaxies. The difference between these civilizations is enormous. When comparing an ant to an elephant, to make this scale more understandable, subcategories are made. However, the lower end consists of 0 to 1 civilization, which could be in abundance in our Milky Way. You must be thinking that we humans would at least be a Type 1 civilization, considering the developments and advances that we've made since our origin. If you thought so, you are incorrect. Right now, humanity is only around a 0.75% level of civilization scale. If we survive and keep progressing as we are, then we would become a Type 1 in the next 100 years. The civilization at which becomes a Type 1 is keen to look at a bigger picture and start harnessing more energy so that it can become a Type 2 and so on. This can be done by making a Dyson sphere to harness the power of the primary star of the planet and using that energy to harness energy from other stars and start transitioning to a Type 3 and 4 civilization. Beyond this, we don't know what to expect, but that may not so, because scientists believe that there are other types, Type 5, that uses energy of the galaxy clusters and superclusters, and again, the Type 6 or Omega that use the energy of the whole universe, or maybe 2 universes. They might be the potential creators of our universe. Who knows? Going a little bit deeper on the Dyson sphere. The Dyson sphere is a hypothetical megastructure that completely encompasses a star and captures a large percentage of its power output. The concept is a thought experiment that attempts to explain how spacefaring civilization can meet its energy requirements once those requirements exceed that can be generated from the home planet resources alone. The first contemporary description of the structure was by Olaf Stapledon in his science fiction novel Star Maker in 1937, in which he described every solar system surrounded by a gauze of light traps which focused escaping energy for intelligent use. The concept was later popularized by Freeman Dyson in his 1960 paper, Search for Artificial Stellar Sources of Infrared Radiation. Dyson speculated that such structures would be the logical consequence of the escalating needs of the technological civilization that would be a necessity for a long-term survival. He proposed that searching for such structures could lead to the detection of advanced, intelligent extraterrestrial life. Different types of Dyson spheres and their energy harvesting ability would correspond to levels of technological advancement on the Kardashev scale. Since then, other variant designs have involved building an artificial structure of structures or series of structures to encompass a star that have been proposed in exploratory engineering or described in science fiction under the name Dyson sphere. These later proposals have not been limited to solar power stations, but many involve habitation or industrial elements. Most fictional depictions describe a solid shell of matter enclosing a star, which was considered by Dyson himself the least plausible variant of the idea. In May of 2013, the Starship Century Symposium in San Diego, Dyson repeated his comments that he wished the concept had not been named after him. So here at Yukon Gold, we are always forward-thinking, forward-minding. We have our feet firmly planted on the ground, but we have our eye on the future and the technology that is coming forward. Ultimately, our goal here is to help build a sustainable future for everyone on planet Earth. Our offerings right now are diverse. We do mostly solar installations at the moment, but that's also not limited to wind power, Tesla energy, battery packs. We are working towards a flagship product called the Yukon Gold Energy Pod, which is an all-in-one solution for your off-grid or industrial needs. Currently in R&D right now. We are also looking for private or public investors to our project. So if you're listening to this out there and you have, let's say, 100 grand sitting around in a bank account and it's not doing too much for you, and you'd like to see a return on your investment, and you're passionate and interested in renewable energy, and you'd like to see a sustainable future for everyone on planet Earth, not just the few and the far, those of us, regular human beings. Let's get in touch. I'm very approachable, both on social media, my LinkedIn, Twitter. I do have a pitch deck I can send you. It's a detailed report on the projects that we're pursuing right now. This is a passion of mine. I'm deeply interested in social and renewable energy projects going forward. We will be having several different locations in the future. We are Yukon Gold. Thanks for listening. This has been Will S. We are creating a sustainable future for everyone on planet Earth. We help people to reach their full potential by delivering the gold standard in renewable energy. Please follow, like, and subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. Check us out at www.yukongoldenergy.com. We also have a Facebook page, a Twitter, and an Instagram, and a YouTube channel as well. Please follow, like, and subscribe on YouTube. Wherever you are, this is Sunday, supposed to be a day of rest. However, grinder mentality here. work on your personal projects, something like that. Get out there, enjoy the nicer weather that's coming up. Spring showers bring forth May solar powers. Get in touch. We'll get you a quote and go from there. Have yourself a great and prosperous day. This has been Will S. Namaste.